I'm John and welcome to another video. I am enjoying a Gurkha Beauty, one of my favorites. One of the side effects I think of really developing a love for cigars is accumulating them and needing somewhere to store them. So today I'm doing a quick video showing my humidors. I'm relatively new to the world of cigars, and so I'm really learning about the optimal ways of storing and preserving and aging them, so that I can enjoy them, over the years to come. So I'll join you on the other side of the camera, and I'll take you through what I'm doing to accommodate my growing collection. And I would really appreciate any feedback you have, any points, any guidance. I'm having a couple of challenges, and but I'll cover those as I take you through the collection. So this is what I initially started with, a standard tabletop humidor. So it has one of the passive, I use the glycol propylene, I think it is, liquid in there just to maintain the humidity. I did have a thermometer and a hygrometer to check my measurements, but I moved those and I'm using them elsewhere. But this can hold, I think it's around 20 cigars, and pretty much this represents really what my collection is. Perdomo, Gurkhas, Arturo Fuente. I tend to really favor the Dominican and Nicaraguan cigars. Of course, I do like Cubans, but I'm sure, as everybody knows, the price of Cuban cigars today has just gone through the roof. And somewhere like Canada, with the imposition of the added taxes, it really puts them from a price point really out of range. And I find for the what you're paying, I think you reach a point of diminishing returns where the value or what you're getting for what you're paying isn't quite there, especially when you consider, something like the Perdomo. Absolutely one of my favorite brands. And I'll be doing a video on these in a little while. But this is where I started with one of the desktop humidors. It just keeps my whiskey collection company right now. As I started collecting more, I needed something a little more practical to house a growing and increasingly large selection of cigars. So I obtained one of these more cabinet style humidors on Amazon. I believe I paid around, I think at the time, and it was a couple of years ago now, around $170 Canadian. So we're looking at maybe 80 pounds sterling, 130 US maybe. It's a little high. I've got it running right now at 74%, and really that fluctuates depending on how humid it is outside. I'm in my converted garage, which I've turned into, actually, I'll do a bit more of a tour later on. I did turn it into a bit of a bar, and my office is here. But yeah, so one of these cabinet style, and it's great, I fill up the small containers with the fluid, and it does maintain a fairly good humidity level. I think I can get maybe, I'm trying to think, comfortably, I don't know, 80, 100 cigars in there. I'll be honest with you, I've never actually counted. But that soon became really not large enough for the number of cigars I was purchasing. Here's a quick preview of my office. It's a little smoky in here right now. I am enjoying a cigar inside. My wife isn't here today, so I can kind of get away with that, but it's a garage. It airs out very quickly. So I started buying cigars through an online store out of the US, Thompson Cigars, and I'll do a video on that company. Just some amazing prices and selection. But I started, to make it worth my while, I did have to cross over the border. I live right on the US border, and I can get them shipped to a shipping store, which is really about 15 minutes from my house. But to make it worth the while, I do order 100 at a time, and I can bring back 50. My wife can bring back 50. So we make a weekend of it, and then I pick them up on the way back. So because of that, and again, really, it's like you're a kid in a candy shop when you go onto one of these sites. So I started buying larger quantities, and of course I needed something a little larger to store them in. So I picked this up. This was actually an old shotgun rack, a shotgun cabinet. So I took out the guts, and it's a work in progress. I did pick up Spanish cedar for the shelves inside. I'll just open it here. So the shelves are Spanish cedar, and I did acquire some cedar trays to store the loose cigars in, and I keep the actual, obviously I keep the boxes. It just makes for a nice decoration. So the next stage for me is on the back here, to find some thin Spanish cedar, like a veneer, so I can actually completely coat the inside with Spanish cedar. Now to keep this the humidity level up, I do use a what is this? A humidity cup, little humidifier. I use natural spring water in here. I do have a couple of these as well, those little gel bottle things, which I fill with the glycol. I'm not sure if I should be using the both in combination. But it seems to be working quite well. I'm running at about 71% humidity, which is fairly good. I do like them a little drier than that, so I will take them out maybe the day before I'm smoking to let it, to release some of the humidity from the cigar. So as you can see, my collection, very heavy. These are great, the Aroma de Cuba. I picked those up in Florida at a cigar lounge I was actually spending a lot of time in. But yeah, I've got a lot of Gurkhas. My father's cigars, those are amazing. And again, I picked those up in Florida. Really enjoying Camacho, Padermos, and a lot of loose cigars. So I've got the Undercrown down here as well, and some more Gurkhas. So yeah, it's not bad. One of the challenges with this is during the colder months, I keep the heat on in the garage, but for some reason the floor, I think, which is a concrete floor, which I will be refinishing. It does kind of suck in a lot of the cold from the outside, and I think that seeps up inside the cabinet, which kind of brings the temperature and the humidity down just a little bit in the winter time. So I'm having a little bit of trouble kind of keeping it very consistent, and these little things here aren't very accurate. So I tend to not use the little digital ones. I buy them on Amazon, but they never seem accurate no matter where I try them. But these seem to be working quite well. So yeah, so I've upgraded, graduated to a more cabinet size. Hopefully, one day I might be able to invest in a larger, more professionally made humidor. But for now, this is working well. It looks good. I did put some lights in it, so in the evening when I keep just my desk lamp on, it does create a nice ambiance. So, and at the bottom here, I have storage. So. Just for some extra supplies, some empty boxes, extra ashtrays, that type of thing. And so yeah, so this is my large size humidor. So that's my humidor collection. So I still use all three. I still use my box and the little cabinet, but I'm really converting everything over to my large size humidor. There is still space for a few more in there. I think I've got about 250 cigars in there right now. I try to, generally I might have a few a week, but if I have some friends over, then we'll get through a few more. But it's a collection I'm looking at building. But if anybody has any good suggestions on how I might be able to regulate the humidity a little bit, I'd really appreciate it if you want to drop a comment below. But I hope you enjoyed this quick video showing how I'm storing and aging my cigars. Next time, in the next video, I should be doing a kind of yearly roundup of some of my favorite cigars that I've really started enjoying over 2024 and then going into 2025. So that'll be on the next video. In the meantime, if you have any comments, any questions, suggestions, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.